Foreign cars driving fast, I never done this before. Get on out my problems, let me. When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed, the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gonna make you up like a...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get the off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head and when you...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Sanders now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
See what team I am, same way.
Set, 180. 43. Ain't no such thing as hurry.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Check number 6. Check number 6.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt.
How they feel, man? How they feel? They feel smooth.
This is taken at the 23. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Fitzpatrick. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
There you go. Get down.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that.
Good shit.
The ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Brandon, it's not a bad time to take a shot downfield. You've got a 1st and 5, but you've got to hope that the worst thing that comes out of it is an incompletion. Instead, this is good coverage, and it winds up being intercepted.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
20. Point it right. Let him know.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Mayfield now. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That is caught right at the 10-yard line.
That is
and they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
How you even get in
One
front of me?
hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think you just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Not the weakest, but the weakest. Yeah, I'm from Miami. I live right here next to the stadium.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's tough.
They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
So y'all don't watch Miami games.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a carry for Walton. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Mike 58 right there. Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Watch the screen. Regular. Kill.
On first down, Drake. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
No, he probably be exclusive back.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Regular.
But I won't be seeing it.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick. And he whips that one incomplete there.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Fitzpatrick to throw it. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Yeah, Tennessee.
They'll run on first down. It's Drake, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down.
You gotta get up out of there, Drake. I just can't vibe with you right now. I can't vibe with you right now.
There.
The tackle made by Terrence Mitchell. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey,
Now Fitzpatrick. Eluding the pressure right. Out to the right here to Wilson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 33 yards that time. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone. That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down now, it's Walton. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 5.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback.
I was surprised he just got out that pocket like that.
This game,
that shocked me.
Drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
I can't take that from him. He'll baller.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. First down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that. Outcome, ball was delivered and picked up the completion.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
No, I just got it.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Hey, alert 33.
From the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
To the clock. Now you don't make me start paying attention.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick now from the 50. This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football
I went the
there. It's
wrong
second
way. I
down.
went the wrong way.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Fitzpatrick. Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt.
Oh, I go.
And Sanders pulled it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
You ain't had it what? Sorry.
53 is the mark. 53 is the mark. Here we go. Check 15.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Now again, right side. Walton, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now Callaway on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 16, Mayfield. He's going to launch this thing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones.
Oh, wow,
And a
that's
huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On 1st down, it's Walton. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They go back to Walton.
That's bull crap,
Looking
man.
to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Travis Carey there to make the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ballgame. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Fitzpatrick, it's complete to Grant, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Oh, man, yeah, they're going to take some time to get used to it. I'm getting used to it myself.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10.
It's like last year.
25-yard
You didn't play last year, so you won't know.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
The Browns on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
You got to play D. That's the only thing you can do. Because if you give me that ball right there, that's another 3 points.
Standing just about on his own goal line.
You can get a fumble right here. Anything can happen.
And taken right on the 30. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to Walton. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. They go play action. Fitzpatrick. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fitzpatrick, and he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he is going to be taken down.
I ran right into
and that
it.
should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Larry Ogunjobi able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Back now in Miami as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Mayfield. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Kiko Alonso coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time, and that'll make it 3rd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Good damn play.
Now a pass hauled in downfield.
I ain't played man
all
all
get this
day.
all the way to midfield.
Moment I played, I
down
get
at the
beat.
49.
Good damn
What a
play.
play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He's got Njoku over the middle. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw, Mayfield. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep left. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15.
This don't make no sense.
Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
180.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
And again, it's Mayfield. This will be
Oh
caught
my
just
God.
inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 13 yards out. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
Telling you.
Big score, first step in their attempt to climb back into this game.
Yes, but still some work to do as they get within a score here.
Running back to that.
There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Now Mayfield looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
No gain on this defense, no gain. Chance.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
52 and 56. 52 and 56. Hey, Zoo. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Oh, you got D? 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Let's go, D.
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Throw left side complete. That's Walton. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Throwing Fitzpatrick. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Walton. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Fitzpatrick throwing complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Fitzpatrick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Walton. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Mark Walton, 33 yards. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. It got his man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play that time for Cleveland. 46 yards. Mayfield to throw it. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
180! 65!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
That's
he can't
crap.
That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Mayfield with it once more. Dancing to his left. And this is
he eased out and they won't let me move.
So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The extra point up and good. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make or break onside kick. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And the Dolphins are going to recover. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
You said you'll be happy with what?
53 is the mic. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Fitzpatrick here to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fitzpatrick. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
On third and short, Drake. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Fitzpatrick.
I'm glad that was going to be an interception. That was going to be an interception.
What a huge play at this point in the game. Larry Ogunjobi able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Fitzpatrick escaping the pressure right. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. The Dolphins on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Fitzpatrick to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt.
This might be good. This might be good.
And the kick is good. Ooh. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.